guys. I'm so tired. Um, but yeah, you guys had come on earlier, and that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we'll just have a chill conversation. I'm not gonna like if you want book suggestions, ask me. If you want to just talk, just talk. I'm not gonna have the energy to deal with the normal nonsense. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. But yeah, stream earlier was crazy. Um, like we had a peak concurrent of 23 people, which was really weird because I haven't seen that number yet. I think that's the highest I've seen. Um, Maybe there's been more and I haven't caught it. But yeah, it's crazy to see the numbers going up and up and up and up and up, and it's just cool. It's just cool. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things to do in terms of live streaming. Um, I might start doing one short one in the morning, one longer one at night. Um, and we'll play around with the formats. We'll either do uh, like vertical ones and then horizontal ones. Vertical ones are just a lot easier to do. I don't have to set up. I don't have to, you know. It takes me like 5-ish minutes to set up the other kind of stream. Like test out the audio, plug everything in, turn on my camera, make sure my camera's charged, and it's just like, I don't know, this is just easier because I can turn it on and then just start talking. I don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah, we'll wait for people to join. It usually takes, I think, 2-3 minutes for people to get these notifications, I think. Um, or at least get it sent out. It's definitely just because they don't want people doing crazy stuff on the vertical lives. Because it's just going to randomly pop up on like someone's stream. But yeah. Earlier we were talking. What's up, Spark Info? Earlier we were talking about book suggestions. So if you want me to suggest a book, just let me know. But yeah, how's everything with you tonight? Everything good? Bro. What is that? Like, why are you gonna ask stupid things like that? It's not even funny. Good job. You'll never see me again. Like, if you're gonna mess with me, just be funny. That's the only thing I ask. Like, by all means, please, like, try to make fun of me, but roast me at least. Like, entertain people. What's up, Carlos? How's everything? Shan, you gave me a like. Thank you, thank you. That's cool. I don't think there's an easy answer there. I don't think either party is really like I'm all about world peace. I mean, obviously that's not something that is attainable, but I think it's mishandled by both countries, and I think there's no really easy answer involved. I don't know. What are you doing on here? You love me, thank you. What am I doing on here? I'm streaming. Um, well, this channel I talk about. What's up, Mark? This channel I talk about books. So, um, yeah, I'm just exhausted, so I don't feel like setting up a stream. I'm cool. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not saying it because I don't know what it means. I also don't know how to say it, so I'm not trusting you. Do you like King Von? No, I listen to music. You write? I write a little bit. I'm trying to get better at it. Um, I've never released any writing yet. It looks like you need a moderator now. Well, it wasn't even. Nobody even said anything bad. It was just like stupid. You love me, thank you. It was like literally Christina level, just nonsense. So it's like it wasn't even like I don't care if people come in here and say stuff, but it's like at least like have a purpose behind it. What's up, Nadia? I've not seen Skibbity Toilet episode 24. Where are you from? I'm from Jersey. Do I poop? Yes, everyone poops. If you don't poop, I think you need to go see a doctor. That's generally, I think you could say that about, yeah. If you don't poop, go to a doctor. Yeah. Yeah, Hypnotic, I was trying to read what you were saying to me earlier, and I was just like, oh my God. Because I had uh, I just sit through like 4 hours of presentations, and then I presented literally all the way at the end, and it literally just drained me so much. Have you read Captain Underpants? Yeah, when I was like 7, maybe. Why are you telling me all these different words to say? You're definitely just pulling one on me. It was a presentation on. It was just on some government project. You so cool and you poop. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know what to say to that. You have a nice personality. It's cute. Thank you. Why are you trying to get me to say these words? No, that's not what they're saying. Oh, phone at. I don't think he knows who Christina is. Christina's not in here right now, so thank God. Mark, you weren't here yesterday, but I was literally saying like, okay guys, when Christina joins, I'm gonna end the live. And then she joined like 5 minutes later, and I was like, oh my God. Speak of the devil. And then she proceeded to just frustrate me. It's not a graduate program, it's law. So I guess it's a graduate program, but yeah, I'm in my final year of that. I mean, it was just like, I get why he did it, but it was just so brutal. Yeah, I'm from the US. Poop, yes. I don't know why you keep saying that, but yeah, sure. Ugh. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want any book suggestions? You guys want to sell the chat? Dude, like, I don't know what, like, I don't know why she goes in random tabs that aren't related. Like, the tabs are named for a reason. Like it's just like stimulate discussion on certain topics, and she just goes in and she just like ruins it. Like, I don't know. I don't know how she does it. I don't know why she does it. It's just like so weird to me. But I like she's something like I truly like words can't describe that individual. What'd you say? No, I didn't see it. You talking bad about Christina? How could you? She has definitely stank. She definitely admits weird odors. I really can just see that for her. I don't know why, but that's what I just imagine. Damn, why are you coming after him like that? We don't even know what he's about. Yeah, I'm really excited because the next few days okay, I actually have time to read, so I'm gonna definitely finish this book. Um, Hopefully gonna finish this book as well. Um, Gonna finish up the book I was reading today. Got a lot of time to do stuff now. A lot less stress. Like one less thing off my list. I gotta. Yeah, I mean, people are just weird, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. People are just like that. What's the book about? What book? Which one? The one I want to read, or the one I'm reading right now? The one I want to read is this. It's by Kafka. It's about. I've only read the back, but it says there's a banker and like he can't get any information about the case, and he's like mysteriously gets arrested. I'm really excited because I read another book by Kafka this week, and I was like, this is one of my favorite books I've ever read. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's also just like free watch time and free engagement, so I don't really care. Like people could say a lot worse things to me than like, "Oh, do you poop?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more annoying things people could do. But yeah, this book too. Apparently, this is one of Dostoevsky's best books. It's only like how long is it? It's like 85 pages. No, it's longer than that. 91 pages. I'm excited to read that. I'll probably finish that tomorrow if I can get to it. My dad? No, I'm not. What the bro? Why would you, bro? What the fuck? There's no way you actually just said that. What's up, Fluffy Kitty? Has everything, bro? I'm just like, I don't know what to say to that. I truly don't. Like, I'm literally about to move simply because you just said that. That's just so weird. What's up? What's up, Ashley? Yeah, I really wish I didn't read that. Like, I truly could have gone my entire life without hearing that. I'm literally sitting up because of that comment. That was just too weird. Bro, Why do you keep talking about poop? What's wrong with you? Is there something you're trying to tell us? You projecting? Is that what you're into? Does timeout kick them out, or does that mean they can't comment? I don't even know, to be honest. Bro, I don't know. I think what you said was honestly weirder than talking about poop. Like, there's a reason I'm sitting up right now. Dude, if he has poop again, he gets a longer timeout. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Cicero had some of the greatest speeches ever. Cicero, do you remember the book I showed you earlier, Hypnaudio? Or not that I showed you directly, but I was talking about on stream. So basically, what Cicero did is he was a lawyer, and he was presenting a case against a Roman politician, and basically he so thoroughly destroyed his character and so thoroughly presented his argument that the guy basically just accepted exile. Like, he was like, I'm not even gonna put up a defense. Like, I can't do anything. And you read the speech and you're like inspired. He also, it's not really a speech, but it's more of a proclamation. He also, at the time, Mark Antony was the most powerful man in the world, and he basically just slandered Mark Antony and told him how bad of a general he was, how bad he was with spending money, how he basically, the great Pompey, he literally spent his entire life collecting wealth, collecting all the things in his house, and then Mark Antony basically got rid of all of those riches in 2 weeks. He basically said that, like, when he was younger, he spent all of his inheritance, so he basically had to become like a prostitute, and he had to save Mark Antony and his father's dignity. Like, it's just crazy. Um, Cicero Selected Works. That's the one I've read. I also have Brutus and Orator. That's a book on oration. Um, I haven't read it yet, but it's something that, like, I put on the back burner, but I really should get back into. Yeah, no, I think you'd really like the Cicero book. I think you'd be really interested in him. Well, so the thing was, Cicero was the most influential politician ever, I would say. He basically inspired the entire Renaissance. He inspired the American Revolution, the French Revolution. It's he's like not really talked about because, again, like, the school system really doesn't do us any favors. But yeah, he's a super interesting guy, and basically he was guaranteed a position in Caesar's dictatorship, but he refused, and it basically, like, marked him for death. And then when Caesar died, he basically was just talking shit about Mark Antony, who took over after Caesar, and the soldier killed him, and he said, "What you're doing isn't honorable, but do it in an honorable way." It's pretty badass. It's just the manner in which he lived his life. Like, when you hear the Renaissance man, like, Cicero was a master lawyer, he was a politician, he was a philosopher, he overall lived a, very interesting lifestyle. Like, he was a man of the people, he was a man of everything. He, kind of forewent, riches and fame for the sake of integrity, and he really did sacrifice his life for the Roman Republic. And he died in vain, but his ideas didn't die. And that's really the most inspiring part about him. Anti-Ptolemaic. I don't know what that means. But yeah, Cicero is Probably one of the most interesting people I've read about. His philosophy is interesting. It's not like um, it's not the greatest thing you've ever heard, but he does have a few really interesting points. Like one of the main points that stands out to me is like if a man has the capability to make great changes in the world and he foregoes the responsibility to retreat and live a good life, like he did a disservice to his community. And I thought that was an interesting idea because I've always thought about like establishing myself to a certain point and kind of taking myself out of the public image, but um, like if we have the capabilities to do great things and we don't do them, like we kind of owe a debt to the people around us to make the changes, make the improvements. Just an interesting idea, interesting philosophy, but yeah. Yeah, like when I was reading about him, I was like, this guy is way more important than I previously thought. And just to hear about him only in passing is kind of crazy because he had such an impact on like the Western world, Western ideology. Um, I think it was Rousseau or Montague who said that he's literally the only reason the Renaissance happened. Like the discovering of Cicero's works, the discovering of Cicero's writings is the reason that the Dark Ages came to an end. John Locke was really inspired by him, the guy that basically came up with John Locke came up with capitalism, right? And almost the basis of our form of government. I cannot remember right now. My brain's not working like it usually is. Do we have people who ask me, well, what herbs are you looking into? I know a little bit about them and I have books on them. So you can ask me. But again, you don't need herbs if your diet is in check. And if you want to know if your diet's in check, do you eat dairy? Do you eat processed foods? Do you eat things that your body doesn't know what to do with? If you answer yes to any of those questions, you don't have to worry about supplements. You don't have to worry about um, like things to take. Adam Smith too. Okay. Yeah, I have to read Wealth of Nations. Um, I like to read classics because I like to see where a lot of people's ideas come from and how they kind of get more formulated and the evolution of ideas. It's really interesting for me to read ancient philosophy and really see it's more or less the same. But don't fucking listen to fucking boron. I've literally never heard boron is important. So like, do you think there's some miracle thing that's the end all be all, or do you think it's just one guy waffling out of his ass? You know what I mean? Like I don't I don't necessarily like think that's the case. Literally just ask me. I don't know. Like what are you looking for in terms of um, herbs? Like it's. I mean, really just like it really depends. I think if you understand that a lot of pharmaceutical drugs are based off of plants and their functions, that will explain a lot. And the reason why they're derived from it and they're not the actual medicine is because you can't patent nature. You can't put it in a bottle and sell it for X amount of dollars. So you have to take the chemical formulation and sell that. Yeah, so I knew John Locke defended labor simply because I was in intellectual property law, and that was one of the big things. Like what you produce, what is of your own work, you should be able to make money off of. You should be able to, um, for lack of better words, monetize and um, yeah, like reap the reward of your work. Just interesting in terms of intellectual property because there's different ideas and different schools of thought when it comes to intellectual property. Reaping and sowing ideas and knowledge, yeah, yeah. Hypnotic, you ready? We'll give some book quotes. You're telling me to go through quotes. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. The promise is, whoever hath to him it shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that which he seemeth to have. What's up, Jessica? Hold fast in your imagination to all that is lovely of good report, for the lovely and good are essential in fuck. I can't speak right now. Essential in life. Hold on, I have to turn the page. It's too hard. I fucked that up. I'm reading quotes from The Power of Awareness. This book has so many good quotes in it. Hold on, I'm just gonna set up my fucking. I'm gonna set up my tripod. I'm too lazy to hold my phone now. It's just easier to do this. Alright. Where's this? Oh, it's weird. Okay. What's a good name for a baby girl? I don't know. However much you seem to be living in a material world, you are actually living in a world of imagination. The outer physical events of life are the fruit of forgotten blossom times, result of previous and usually forgotten states of consciousness. There are the ends running true to oft times forgotten imaginative origins. I thought you were gonna say Jessica. Attention is forceful in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. That is, when it is obsessed with a single idea or sensation. It is steadied and powerfully focused only by such an adjustment of the mind as permits you to see one thing only. For you steady the attention and it increases power by confining it. The desire which realizes itself is always a desire upon which attention is exclusively concentrated. For an idea is endowed with power only in proportion to the degree of attention fixed on it. You name your first car. I don't know if people actually name their cars. The drama of life is a psychological one, in which all the conditions, circumstances, and events of your life are brought to pass by your assumptions. Your destiny is which you must inevitably experience. Really, it is an infinite number of individual destinies, each of which when attained, is the starting place for a new destiny. Since life is infinite, the concept of an ultimate destiny is inconceivable. When we understand that consciousness is the only reality, we know that it is the only creator. This means your consciousness is the creator of your destiny. The fact is, you are creating your destiny every moment, whether you know it or not. Much that is good and even wonderful has come into your life without you having any inkling that you were the creator of it. I love these. I love these quotes. The time it takes your assumption to become fact, your desire to be fulfilled, is directly proportionate to the naturalness of your feeling of already being what you want to be, of already having what you desire. Only persistence in the assumption of the wish fulfilled can cause those subtle changes in your mind which result in the desired change in your life. It's like, these are so cool. Come on, Hypnotic, you don't know this book, The Power of Awareness? I literally reviewed it like a week ago. What's wrong with you? Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. All that befalls a man, all that is done by him, all that comes from him, happens as a result of his state of consciousness. Man's consciousness is all that he thinks and desires and loves, all that he believes is true and consents to. That is why a change of consciousness is necessary before you can change your outer world. Rain falls as a result of a change in the temperature in higher regions of the atmosphere. So in like manner, change of circumstances happens as a result of a change in your state of consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. These are cool. You have to be born by water and spirit, yeah. It is only by a change of consciousness, by actually changing your concept of yourself, you can build more stately mansions, the manifestations of higher and higher concepts. By manifesting is meant experiencing the result of these concepts in your world. It is vital importance to understand clearly just what consciousness is. The reason lies in the fact that consciousness is the one and only reality. It is the first and only cause substance of the phenomena of life. Nothing has existence for man save through consciousness he has of it. Therefore, it is consciousness you must turn, for it is the only foundation on which the phenomena of life can be explained. All things, when they are admitted, are made manifest by the light, for everything that is made manifest is light. The light is consciousness. Consciousness is one, manifesting in legions of forms or levels of consciousness. There is no one that is not all that is. For consciousness, though expressed in infinite series of levels, is not divisional. There is no real separation or gap in consciousness. I am cannot be divided. I may conceive myself to be a rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, or a thief, but the center of my being remains the same regardless of the concept I hold of myself. At the center of manifestation, there is only one I am, manifesting in legions of forms or concepts of itself, and I am that I am. I am a self-definition of the absolute, the foundation on which everything rests. I am is the first cause substance. I am is the self-definition of God. What does the subconscious mind contain? Bro, we've literally gone over this. I'm not talking about it right now. We've gone over this for like hours upon a time. I don't feel like talking about the subconscious. Subconscious is everything. Your conscious mind contains the information, and then when your conscious mind starts to get full, it puts the information into the subconscious. So basically, over time, all your current memories are going to eventually become subconscious unless you really need to pull from them, unless you really need to use them. That's really how it works. And it also has like collective consciousness, it has the anima, it has, other factors. That's all I'm telling you right now. I don't feel like talking about subconscious. A miracle is the name given by those who have faith, who have no faith, to the works of faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. The very reason for the law of assumption is contained in this quotation. If there were not a deep-seated awareness that which you hope for had substance and was possible of attainment, it would be impossible to assume the consciousness of being or having it. It is the fact that creation is finished and everything exists that stirs you to hope. And hope in turn implies expectation. And without expectation of success, it would be impossible to use consciously the law of assumption. Evidence is a sign of actuality. Thus, this quotation means that faith is the awareness of the reality that which you assume. Feelings as well, I mean, it's everything. I posted about it on Twitter. What do you mean? I don't know what I posted on Twitter. Bro, my brain is like barely working right now. That's why I'm reading quotes. If you guys didn't know. We'll read quotes from Tao Te Ching, but I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. You can't be reductionist with them. Yeah, you can never completely understand the unconscious, and that's what you should also understand. It's a thing that the more you try to understand, the more you start to learn about it, the less you realize you know. Like Jung even admitted that he couldn't even begin to explain the depths of the unconscious. He could merely sometimes grasp it and sometimes grasp the symbolism and find deeper meaning, but not even every time could he figure it out. What do you mean? I've talked about the subconscious so much. What more do you want? I mean, at a certain point, you're like overcomplicating in your head. It's your unconscious is just your dreams. Your unconscious is just like the signs and messaging that you get that you can't understand. Like when you see something that is too weird, when you experience deja vu, that's your unconscious. The Tao, considered as unchanging, has no name. Through its primordial simplicity, it may be small, the whole world dares not deal with, one embodying it as a minister. If a feudal prince or a king could guard and hold it, all would spontaneously submit themselves to him. Heaven and earth, under its guidance, unite together and send down the sweet dew, which, without directions of men, reach equally everywhere as of its own accord. The Tao, if you guys don't know, is just order of the universe, basically. All pervading is the great Tao. It may be found on the left hand and on the right. All things depend on it for their production, which it gives to them, not one refusing obedience to it. When it works is accomplished, it does not claim the name of having done it. It clothes all things as with a garment and makes no assumption of being their Lord. It may be named in the smallest things. All things return to their root and disappear, and do not know that it is it which presides over their doing so. It may be named in the greatest things. Mind what's expanded cannot. I mean, if you look on a grand enough scale, nothing's chaos. It's all serving a grander purpose. We don't have the ability or the capability to observe things on a large enough scale to see the purpose behind them. The course and nature of things is such that what was in front is now behind. What warmed anon we freezing find. Strength is of weakness off the spoil. The story in ruins mocks our toil. Hence the sage puts away excessive effort, extravagance, and easy indulgence. Gravity is the root of lightness, stillness the ruler of movement. Great it passes on in constant flow, passing on it becomes remote. Having become remote it returns, therefore the Tao is great, heaven is great, earth is great, and the sage king is also great. In the universe there are four that are great, and the sage king is one of them. Man takes his law from the earth takes its law from heaven. Heaven takes its law from the Tao. The law of Tao is its being what it is. Oh, the subconscious mind has a big role in everyone's life. Prophets, mystics, people that accomplish anything just grasp their subconscious more than other people. Like most people will never begin to explore their unconscious, and this is why they'll stay in the same position. But when you begin to get beyond the surface level improvements, like think of the dude that all he does his entire life is go to the gym. He doesn't sort out anything else in his life. Like at a certain point, like being in good shape isn't going to make you happy. At a certain point, like getting more muscular isn't going to do anything for you. And it's like until we really understand the deeper workings of our mind, until we really understand what our mind is pushing us towards and pushing us to do, then we'll never really be able to be happy. I liken it to a perspective like clouds. When you get above the chaos, you can see the order. Yeah. The prophets are the first. Prophets weren't the first to understand it. Dude, this has been understood since antiquity. This has been understood before any religion that we can even name. This has been understood since the first man. That's not exactly the truth. Most of these ideas come from ancient Egypt, and then the ideas even precede that. They really go back to old Eastern ideas. Yeah, Taoism is just about the paradox of life, basically. Because the Tao is described as the state of nothingness and the state of everything. So if you think of the paradoxes, then you understand it. What is the oldest book you've read? Maybe this or The Art of War, or if you count the Old Testament, that. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when everything was written, but probably the Old Testament. I would have to guess. Enoch or Genesis, yeah. I'm trying to think. Have I read anything? No, I've read. Actually, the Kabbalion's not. No, I haven't read the Emerald Tablets yet. I have it on my bookshelf, but I haven't read it yet. But some people believe that Hermes Trismegistus was a contemporary of Moses, and he wrote the Emerald Tablets. So when I read that, that'll be the oldest book I've ever read. But right now, it's just the Bible or the Old Testament. What's your favorite book out of the older ones? I like The Prince. The Prince is pretty cool. Um, Tao Te Ching's uh, interesting. Bible's a good book, obviously. The Art of War is pretty good. Um, the Book of Five Rings I really liked. Um, 1600. I don't know what I read from 1600, to be honest. Um, yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm sorry, my brain's not working right now. There's definitely more things that I've liked. It's just they're not coming to my head right now. There's like a big mental block. Let me think. I can't see anything from over here. Yeah, I think those were pretty good answers. I'm sorry, I'm dying right now. I like literally had to experience one of like the dumbest things ever today. Like true, like I get why my professor did it, but like truly, it was a very dumb way to do it. I got tackled by cops in my dreams, and I was so embarrassed. I was playing the Emerald Town. It's still funny. Then he told me he like died the next day. Damn. Some people believe that um, their unconscious is literal. Some people believe that their unconscious is figurative. So, I mean, I don't know you well enough to interpret your dream. You know what I mean? It's kind of it's kind of something we would have to sit down and analyze, like what symbolically these ideas mean to you. Like I think I was describing a dream I had the other day, and if you weren't me, you'd be like, I don't know how to take that. But for me, I knew what it was right away. For me, it was basically symbolizing that like I have to come to terms with not being understood. Like the not saying I'm a great artist, but like to be truly creative is to be misunderstood because you defy the common traditions and like one of my highest ideals I stress is creativity. So like I need to come to grips with not getting the recognition and just doing it for the sake of creativity. If that makes sense. Doing it for the sake of liking it, not doing it for the, um, not doing it for like whatever arbitrary feeling it gives me. You know, like the social proof. Like I don't really live and die off of others' opinions, but like for whatever reason, I maybe still feel it. Maybe I don't anymore, but feel the need to get larger scale recognition. Or the dream can just come from yourself. The Book of Enoch was removed. Do you want to know why it's removed? It's not as fancy as you think. It's not because, oh, Revelations wasn't in the Bible because it was so true. No, the reason these books got taken out is because there was a convention that standardized the Bible. And all these different churches had different books in them, and they wanted to promote certain messages. So it was really just a consolidation effort. It wasn't saying these things were too controversial. It was just saying, like, I don't think this follows directly with this doctrine. I think this teaches wrong ideas. That's really it. Because there was no, like, the Bible is just a collection of works from different people, and a lot of them didn't meet each other, and a lot of them didn't know Jesus Christ. So it's like, who's to say that these books are really deserve to be in the Bible? You know what I mean? Hypnodia, we'll talk about your dream at another. I'm too tired to analyze it. Yeah, it's again, it like that's an easy way to describe it, but you could also say like this is the real, like, you know what I mean? There's people that believe it should be in the Bible. There's people that believe it's part of it. So It's Noah's great granddad. If that's not canon, I don't know what it is. I mean, again, it's like it's all politics at the end of it. Like it's an institution. It's not actually the true interpretations, the true messaging. Like if I said half the things I say to a Catholic preacher, they'd be like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" You know what I mean? Like, but it's like I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna believe. You can believe what you want to believe. Like that's really how we should take religion, and we should just use the institutions as guides. We shouldn't use it as the end all be all. Felt like a spiritual closer. It was good timing. Your dream or the Book of Enoch? But yeah, I can't do this much longer. I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We'll read more book quotes again in the future. I literally can't keep my eyes open. I'm sorry. I'll stream again tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll have a lot more energy. I won't have to deal with like a nonsense assignment. Your dream is closure. Okay, yeah, I'll have to read it at some point. Good night, Hypnaudio. Good night, Jessica. Good night, Mark. I don't know who else is still in here, but yeah, I'll catch you guys later.